راديو إدماج.
Welcome everybody on your favorite show, Just Us or غير حنا, where bring you the most engaging and exciting conversations in English and Arabic. I'm your host Muad Samin. For today's special interview, we have a fascinating conversation lined up with a very special guest. His name is Goran Travančić. He's the managing director of Volvo. Hi, Mr. Goran.
Hi.
I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. It's hard to spell.
It is. You are doing it fantastic.
So you work in Volvo, right?
Yes.
So what I know about Volvo is it's a company in Gothenburg, Sweden, known primarily for its manufacturing of trucks, buses, and construction equipment. Founded in 1927, the company has a strong reputation for safety and innovation in automotive engineering. Volvo also previously produced cars under the Volvo Cars brand, which was sold to the Chinese company Geely in 2010. Am I right about these informations that I looked up for?
Yes. You've done a good preparation.
Yeah, thank you. So before we start our interview, who is Goran?
Who is Goran? Goran is a managing director of Volvo Morocco. I live in Morocco for a year back now. So I am almost Moroccan now.
Yeah.
And before that, I was born in Belgrade in Yugoslavia, today Serbia, and lived there more than 30 years. Started Volvo career there. Yeah. Moved to Sweden in 2011, so many years ago. And last year I moved to Morocco. I've done different positions. I was by education, I'm Master of Science for Combustion Engines, but luckily for the planet, I've never constructed any engine. So I've been working in sales all my life since day one.
Yeah. And how we said, some of our listeners do not know about Volvo. Can you please tell them about it?
Yeah, as you said, Volvo is a company from Sweden, from Gothenburg, one of world leaders in what you mentioned, in commercial vehicles, trucks, buses, construction equipment, penta, marine engines, industrial engines, autonomous, some other truck brands that we have in portfolio, financing solutions, Volvo Energy. We are a member of the huge group of Volvo. Group exists almost 100 years soon, 97 years, and it's present in each continent, has a factory in each continent, is the most global truck brand in the world, because we use name Volvo in all continents. You go to States, you find Volvo, you go to Australia, you find Volvo, you go to South Africa, you find Volvo, and so on. And we have more than 100,000 employees worldwide.
And how many companies?
How many companies? That's a good question, but we are present through companies, market companies, through private dealers and private importers in all countries in the world. So then you can almost all countries in the world. So I think that market companies, we have more than 50, and then the rest is private dealers.
Yeah.
And Morocco, it's a market company.
Yeah, you said more than 100,000 employees, right? So can you tell us, do you work with women and youth? So, and tell us the percentage of women employees there.
Yes, women and youth, part of the reason why we are visiting you and I'm visiting you today. That's something in common between us and our movements in this society. When it comes to youth, since we are the company present close to 100 years in the market, we are known for innovation, as you said. We are known for leading changes. Is it sustainability? Is it autonomous trucks which go without driver? Is it any other aspect of environmental next level and so on that you cannot do with old mindset and old brain? So therefore, renewal, new thoughts, young thoughts, new brains is something that Volvo constantly invests in, on top of our regular programs, both in factory system, in engineering system, and in sales system, with internship, with summer works, summer jobs, and different assignments worldwide. So youth is super important because without, as I said, new energy, you cannot develop. And we've been developing and we intend to develop.
Because they are the future.
Exactly, absolutely. When it comes to female and ladies, this I represent, I work in an industry which has a reputation from the past that it's been a mainly male industry, both in services, but also on truck driver side and so on. By doing that unconsciously, while you do that, you close the opportunity for 50% of population, or more than 50% of population, which is females. And Volvo is very strongly work with, for example, Iron Women program, which is present in several continents, in Latin America, in Africa, and in Europe already now. We work with giving chances to ladies to become part of our not only management, but also part of our services and workshops, and also to give them chance together with our partners to start a new profession, for example, as a truck driver. Why not? And actually you can find, if you go on YouTube and you put a bit of female truck drivers, you will find amazing stories from some of great ladies who are driving trucks and being influencers and actually gaining attraction to the brand, to the profession, and so on. So I think, and Volvo jointly through these programs, I think that's also another thing that we can collaborate here with you guys.
Yeah, and the common thing between Volvo and Idmaj, they both work with youth and women. So that's, from my perspective, what do you find most common between Idmaj and Volvo?
As I said, when I woke up this morning, I didn't expect to see so many different elements that you're active in. And at the same time, so many elements that are common for our movements in the society, both Volvo's and yours. So therefore, common things is besides what I said about giving chance to females to do something completely new, completely out of the old traditional habits. It is also a giving chance in general to youth, young people, when it comes to, I will just give example of the school where people who left education in certain moment are getting chance to come back to the education and so on. And through those practices there, we have a similar concept that, for example, some of them who are interested can come, learn in Volvo workshops certain basic mechanic and electrician things, and then if they are really interested, then we can continue through internships, and why not through the job after that. So those things, when it comes to giving chance to people who usually or maybe don't often get a chance, let's say, and especially focus on the 50% of population of females around us. Those things are extremely common for our two organizations.
So this is your first visit to Idmaj and Ibn Hanbal Second Chance School. What's your impression about them? Especially the Ibn Hanbal's Second Chance School.
Yeah, this one. It's amazing. It's so many things that you do here. I mean, just to say that school exists, I think, on 4 levels, 4 floors, to say just geographically or spread. And then you look into how many different aspects exist there, from music to different levels of education, through giving peace and quiet for people who want to study alone, for daycares and so on. It's such a widespread, and female, of course, in their concepts of Quran studying and so on. So big diversity of things, and I must say, such a discipline. In a positive way, meaning that even those young children, they're in preschool, they are around 200 of them, if I understood correctly. They are so disciplined. They are not running around and playing and pulling and hitting each other and running. No, they do thematic things in their classrooms. They sing, they draw, they do different developments. So I'm super impressed by the scope, how different and wide activities are, and also the organization. And also, something you cannot hide, and maybe you plan to ask me, but it's the smile of people here. When you enter here, exactly, people are happy, and that you can, now I have shivers when I talk about it. Goosebumps. That's something you cannot hide. That's something you cannot stage. That's something you cannot fake, and that's really common here. That everybody who I met here is smiling, and that's a great impression about it.
Everybody finds this place is where he finds happiness. So everybody is here as a family. So we have Mr. Bouhafsa Mazouz, you know him, the director and the CEO of Idmaj. He's like a godfather here and second father to everyone here. So when whoever comes to this center is from the family, and whoever goes out from this center is still from the family. So is this, I will change the topic, is this your first time you visited this
Yes, this is absolutely first time to visit your organization.
I'm sorry, I didn't finish my question. Is this your first time to visit Sidi Moumen, or have you been here?
Sidi Moumen, I think I've been driving through when I go back from work to home, but I have not paid attention on it, I must admit.
Yeah, and did you expect it more than that or low than that?
Let me say that.
What did you expect from this place, this neighborhood?
This neighborhood. Well, I like each neighborhood in Casablanca. That I must say, and I am not my youth and my grow up times were not typical happy story from the West. I'm not from Western Europe. I'm from Eastern Europe. Yeah. Unfortunately, some very bad things happened in countries where I come from. There was war. There were different things. So when you ask about my expectations, there are better and less good neighborhoods everywhere in the world. Yeah. And I don't find this neighborhood to be something especially bad or dangerous or whatever. I find that it's a neighborhood where a lot of people live, and I find that as always, where you have a lot of people, you have different levels of interests and activities. But this neighborhood, at least from what I saw, has a lot of young people and a lot of people with very good potential. Yeah. And all those people need is a bit of push to be creative, a bit of push to show what exists. And if I expected this or not, I can tell you that I didn't think much about expectations when I woke up this morning, but I come home now when I leave full of hope that these people have some good stuff here in front of them. Then it's on them, and it's on each individual. Will you take what the world gives you or not?
So our lovely listeners. We will be back soon.
راديو إدماج.
Welcome back, our lovely listeners. So we will be back with Mr. Goran. Mr. Goran, can you tell us the relationship between Idmaj and Volvo company?
How did we get in contact? Or?
Yeah, and what kind of relationships you have?
Oh, that is very interesting story. So our connection is the lovely Sarah, who put two of us in connection, knowing Volvo. Being Moroccan, living in Sweden, she knows Volvo, and we met through Moroccan ambassador long ago. And then we meet whenever she is in Morocco, and we try to see how we can find some synergies. And then when we met some days ago, she said, I intend to take you to see some kind of very good organizations where they work with talents, with people who speak English, and just to see their activities, and we see if we can do something about it. So that was the relation. I met your lovely godfather of the organization. Exactly.
Everybody loves him.
This morning for the first time, and that impression, talking with him, spending practically a full day with him, understanding how many things he has started, has achieved, has made a foundation. It's really impressive. So the relation started just by a common friend, and during the day, as mentioned, we found so many common things that I think we will definitely continue and actually much more develop the collaboration.
Yeah. So our last question, Mr. Goran, can you tell us, or can you give some pieces of advice for the youth Moroccan?
That is a very nice question. Thank you for this. Dear Morocco people, you, after 1 year living here, I am so impressed with all the beginnings, all the developments you've done and you've been doing in Morocco. I will just mention that, of course, everybody knows you will host the World Cup. You have so much
2030.
Exactly. You will you have efforts on renewable energy, on solar and wind power. You have speed train. You are developing so many nice things when it comes to infrastructure. Morocco is the country full of potential, and there deliberately I emphasize on things that you make, and then you have so many factories in this country which are the engine of the country in different industries, but you are very famous for automotive industry and so on. So this country has so many great engines, and then on top you have natural things, like you have fish, you have vegetables, fruits, and all the things where you're among top in the world. So I want to say the country has huge potential, and then all of you young people here, you are the engine and the future of this country, and the country being global, being cooperative with Europe, with East, West, North and South, gives you all individuals huge opportunities to start whatever you want in your life. Is it entrepreneurship? Is it some kind of joining global companies? Because all of the global major companies who operate in North and West Africa are here in your city, in your country. Yeah. So you have all the possibilities to take advantages through these kind of associations, where English is being a universal language in the world is a must. So English knowledge is not achievement in today's world, English knowledge is basics. That opens doors for other things. So first advice would be English, guys and girls. And after that, you can choose whatever you want, because this country gives you huge open doors to many directions.
Yeah, that's why the whole Moroccans want English as their second language, not French. Because if you have English, you can do a lot of things. You can go everywhere.
English is universal language. When you want to repair
work,
your phone, to download the app, to fix something, to read something, you type it in English in Google, you'll get the most of answers. I mean, it's so simple. It's a basic. When you know English, then you can be whatever you want.
Yeah. By the way, thank you, Mr. Goran Travančić. Thank you for accepting our invite to be interviewed by me. Thank you everybody for watching till here. Let's video موعد سمين in Horsin and المحترم in direction. Have a nice day. Don't forget, improve yourself, don't prove yourself. Have a nice day, everybody.